there, no more energy left, and I just remember the last thing I could do, I just looked up in the sky, and at that moment, I would have died a sinner. Like I said, I was living in fornication at the time. I didn't know much about the gospel. I didn't know much about Jesus. So I probably would have went to hell at that time. I didn't give my life to Jesus at the time, so that would have been it for me. But as I was drowning, as I had no more energy, I just looked at the sky, and I just said, Lord, if you can help me, please help me. And then all of a sudden, it's like as if he responded within seconds. Because all of a sudden, the waves, I'm talking about, they're like probably like 10 feet over my head. That's how hard the waves were. All of a sudden, the waves calmed down. They stopped being so hard as they were. They calmed down. And all of a sudden, out there, out of nowhere, I stumbled on some kind of rock. In the middle of nowhere, I stumbled on some kind of rock that I could stand on. And I just stood there, and I could take a break from swimming, and the water was about right here. So I stood right there and waited just for somebody to come get me out. When I tell you what, I was such a sigh of relief, man, because I didn't have no more energy. I couldn't swim no more. I was done. I blew out all my energy. And I just said, Lord, do you please help me? And I'm talking about, he came through for me. I stood right there, and there's another guy. He came out there and got me out of the middle of the ocean. So that was done. And I also beat pneumonia, so I had because of all the water I drank. The guy came and got me out. I went to the hospital. I had to be there for 2 nights because of all the water I had drunk, all the bacteria. I threw up like 15 times in a row because all that water I had pneumonia. That had my arms injected, trying to get my fluids back. So I had beat pneumonia too. So that's when I decided to give my life to Jesus after that. And I got baptized March of 2021. And I've been sharing the word to different people in the gospel. I'm a part of a church called Disciples of Jesus Christ in Gainesville. So it was life changing, and that's why like I said, what he was trying to say. Once you fully give your life to Jesus, it's like stuff I thought I couldn't get rid of, like music, like the pornography and all those movies and all that stuff, satanic music I was listening to. I thought I couldn't get rid of it. Yeah. But once you give your life to Jesus, it's like something happens. It's like you don't want to sin anymore. It's like I started imagining myself as if Jesus was standing right here. Everywhere I go, I'm like, Jesus might be sitting right here in this car with me. I'm going to listen to this kind of music. And it changed. So it's like I got rid of all the music I used to listen to. All I listen to is gospel music now. I thought I could never do that. That's a miracle in itself. Because I was into hip-hop, all that, heavy metal rock. Yep. I was into all that stuff. And I told my wife, when I first met my wife, she told me that she's a born-again Christian as well. She said all she listened to is Christmas music. I'm like, how is that even possible that all you listen to is Christmas music? Christian music. Christian music. And she said that's all she listened to. I said, oh, dang it, everything. And next thing you know, as I started reading the Bible, as I started building my relationship with Jesus, I was able to get rid of all that music, because music is like spiritual. It's like it kind of, leads you to doing what's wrong. It sets the mood. It does something to your brain. Like for example, if you're at a club and they put, that fighting kind of music, that rock music, next thing you know, I'm in the club, everybody fighting. Like 20 people done broke out because it's the kind of music they playing, and it's changing their mind. So yeah, that miracle that happened to me in the beach, that's what happened to me. That's what caused me to change. Sometimes that's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes it takes for something really hard for us to happen to change our life around. That's what happened. That's what it took for me. That's all it took for me. I haven't turned back since. Like, it
was darker light outside.
And when I was in the beach,
Something happened to me like that.
I know what's on your mind. We do this all.
You should be here, man.
I know what's on your mind. We do this all the time.
that was God.
That ain't nothing but God.